Joining me now is Niger Ennis, Congress of Racial Equality Chair, and Horace Cooper, Project 21 co-chair and author of How Trump is Making Black America Great Again. Niger, how can Democrats tackle racial injustice when they willfully ignore the horrific levels of violence that are destroying our cities right now, especially in minority neighborhoods?
It's a bloodbath. A young black or brown man has a better chance of survival in the streets of Kabul, Afghanistan, or Iraq than they do the streets of Baltimore, Chicago, or my native New York. And it's an absolute disgrace. And the reason they run on these nice-sounding terms like systemic racism is it gives no culpability or responsibility for the conditions that most black people find themselves in these urban centers that have been controlled not just by Democrats today, but for decades, for our lifetimes. It's a disgrace. So if they have nothing to run on in terms of their record, they run against this really evil-sounding word called systemic racism.
Horace, Stacey Abrams made an appearance tonight, and others spoke about the importance of having an empowered black woman in America today, speaking and connecting with others. Is anything positive there, did you find?
Well, she wasn't able to convince the people of Georgia that there was something positive that she was offering. But let me just say this quickly, that systemic racism is a useful term when you don't want any way of there being an objective measure of whether you're making progress in solving the problem. The problem-solving class greatly benefits from poverty, from ill education, and now when we bring so-called systemic racism to the front, they get their Volvos, their ski trips out to Aspen, all this for decades to come, and we, the taxpayers, are left with the bill.